Hi everyone, my name's Eden. I'm a college student here in Rhode Island, and I just wanted to testify on this bill in support of this bill because I really think it's a no-brainer in terms of passing it. I can't really think of a reason that would justify not passing a bill like this. Rhode Island is only one of 10 states that still permit sexual relations between officers and people in their custody, which could never really ever possibly be a consensual relationship, considering the power imbalance inherently involved with someone being the authority figure and the other being the person held in their authority. Not banning this is just essentially legalizing rape for cops to commit, and I really cannot see why that's something we would want to continue doing and why that's something that we haven't really already banned. No police officer should ever be taking advantage of this legal loophole, and we shouldn't even have to worry that they would, but they have in other states like New York, and they can do that in Rhode Island as well if we don't do anything to prevent it from happening. And as a young woman who's had experience with sexual assault, I know how hard it is to talk about. I know how hard it is to be believed when you do talk about it, and I can't imagine how much harder it would be to get the justice system to listen to someone trying to share this story when it would be officers of the justice committing the assault itself. And as a college student, I also want to say that we're surrounded by police officers all the time. They're frequently on campus. They're accessible via countless emergency phones. They're really only call away at any point in time for any Rhode Islander, but especially on a college campus. The idea that if any of the people around me were taken into custody, a police officer could wield that kind of power so heinously, and that essentially any time is a fear that none of us should have to have and that we can prevent from needing to have. And considering the higher rate at which BIPOC people are taken into custody, and there's already an increased threat of assault for LGBTQ plus people who are in custody, particularly trans people, not banning custodial sexual assault is just another attack on these communities that are already disproportionately harmed by law enforcement. Law enforcement is meant to protect. Sex shouldn't factor into that at all. So again, I can't really see an argument otherwise. We need to be putting well-being of the people of Rhode Island first, and it just seems like a really simple, effective, self-explanatory, common-sense law to pass in order to do that. So I thank Representative Henry for bringing it forward and the committee for the time to speak.